Jesse Waters, the host of the primetime Fox News show, Jesse Waters Tonight, was on the PBD podcast, which again, I just really learned about this fairly recently. It is a pretty well-known podcast. Came out of nowhere. Patrick Bet David is his name. PBD, and if it's effectively it's like a bunch of Guidos caping as intellectuals, and that is what the show is. And Jesse Waters was on promoting his new book, Get It Together, which I'm like, why do you need to promote this? Hudson News will just promote it for you as one of the light plain reading that we will all do, as we're 35,000 feet in the air. It's the immigrants' fault. So here he is, and he's clearly, you don't really, it's clear what the context is from what he starts off with saying, which is he's mad, like many conservatives are mad, about the $20 minimum wage raise for fast food workers in California. $20! Yeah, motherfucker, $20, because it's not the year 1952, okay? Like, that keeps pace, if that, barely keeps pace with inflation. $20 is not that crazy, okay? And to just illustrate how little this man knows about how much $20 is in the year 2024. Here he is trying to claim that a $20 an hour salary at arguably a 40-hour work week would get you $100,000 a year. Okay, here he goes.
You're very good at math, so see if you can do this in your head. You probably can. If you're making $20 an hour to work at a fast food restaurant, all right, is that six figures? Are you making
no? 40 grand.
50 is just two exits and add a few zeros.
Yeah. Okay, so
40K a year.
Okay,
full time.
40K a year. Yeah. So and then
40K a year, not even that though. It's like 38 and change.
And if your husband or wife is also there, you're making $100,000 as a family.
Sure.
But
no, you can't even. He just told. Okay. Hang on. He just told you it was 40K a year. Did he say maybe 50? No, he said 40. Let's go back. Can he not even do that math? Let's start it over.
You're very good at math, so see if you can do this in your head. You probably can. If you're making $20 an hour to work at a fast food restaurant, all right, is that six figures? Are you making
no? 40 grand.
50 is just two exits and add a few zeros.
Yeah. Okay, so
40K a year.
Okay,
full time.
40K a year.
40K a year.
And then if your husband or wife is also there, you're making $100,000 as a family.
Sure.
Like you cannot even add two 40K incomes together. Like how? No. Like we all knew Jesse Waters was dumb as shit, but you like next level. I am bad at math. I am legitimately bad at math. I can add 40 and 40. I had to do the math on $20 an hour. I sure as shit knew 20 an hour is not $100,000 a fucking year. But I definitely knew he was just like, okay, so you're making 100,000. No, you're not. You're making 80. That's 40 and 40. That's 80. And again, that's being generous. It's $38,400. But okay, please, he's got a point. The point is the poor suck. Hang on.
Both working at McDonald's?
80 grand.
That is, okay, that's crazy.
80.
That is crazy.
Two people.
Because that job really doesn't require much. So it's inflating the entire,
oh, does it not? Does it not require much? What I'm curious. What job requires more? Reading off a teleprompter, a bunch of lies, and well-tread tropes about immigrants, Black people, women, Democrats, on a nightly show that is produced by a team of at least a dozen people. You don't even do your own goddamn makeup, probably not even your own tie, or hustling for 8 to 10 hours a fucking shift to get hangry ass Karens and Kevins their fries, their burgers, their extra packets of barbecue sauce, like working a breakfast at a busy fucking drive-through. Like, what do you think takes more skill and takes more work? Like, come on now. His scripts are written for him. He probably has a morning meeting and is like, yeah, no, yeah, oof, what's for lunch? Like, that's Jesse Waters, who gets paid, I mean, God, we should look it up, but multiple millions of dollars a year. I mean, this is Arrested Development. How much how much could a banana cost? $10? That's literally what this is. How much could a banana cost? $10? That's what he's doing. This is how out of touch these motherfuckers are. I mean, you have to work to be this out of touch. You have to put so much effort in to be this privileged and this out of touch. So no, 2 salaries in California, which is where this $20 minimum wage raise has happened. 2 salaries at $38,400 puts you at $76,800 joint together.
Labor sector
And the Happy Meal.
and the Happy Meal. You're very good at acquire much, so it's inflating the entire, labor sector
And the Happy Meal.
and the Happy Meal.
It's inflating the labor sector. He doesn't even know what he's talking about. It's inflating the labor sector. And then there's one guy who's like slightly smarter and who's like, oh yeah, the Happy Meal, because let's focus on like the consumers, because if we get the consumers, we can convince people that this is ridiculous. Guys, do you know what average rent is in California? This is average, which I'm surprised it's this high. Average rent in California is $3,000 a month. I'm trying to see whether that is for how big of a place you get. But no, this is according to Redfin, and it's just shy of $3,000. That's median rent. That is so much. Now, let's do the math. Median rent, and that's for one person, right? I guess if you're in a couple, maybe you are a little bit better, but average rent is $3,000 a year. That is $36,000. So you are barely making ends meet, right? All of your money is going to your rent. All of it. You got $2,400 left over to do fucking what? Literally what? Nothing. It is incredible that people are freaking out over $20 an hour. It should be $35 an hour. And you shouldn't count people in a couple. That's so ridiculous. Imagine if you have a kid. Ugh. Ridiculous. Shade Dragon, and you need to make 3 times the rent to qualify for an apartment. Oh my God. I mean, yesterday on the main show, I was like bitching about, the cost of buying a home. But of course, again, I was wishful thinking that you could even get to that point. What about even renting a home? The competitiveness, you have to have the first month, last month, plus a security deposit. You want me to shell out $9,000? Are you fucking kidding me? Or like up to $9,000 in one fell swoop. Who has that money? Jesse Waters has no idea what it is to just exist outside of his fucking wet fart of privilege. What's going on, Frantifa? If you haven't already, subscribe to this channel right now. Hit that button. And also, you can become a patron and support the show every single week. Get access to bonus episodes and exclusive merchandise. Patreon.com/Bitchuation Room. Do it.